Welcome back to the podcast Redeemed. I believe our equipment is working.
As long as it'll keep working.
So if it's cut off in the middle, well, we had some technical difficulties.
We recorded one of our greatest podcasts ever, but you guys never hear it because the card didn't work.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you use cheap cards.
They're cheap.
I don't even know if they're cheap.
They're affordable.
They're affordable.
What's not a cheap card?
It's also fair.
I mean, like, where do you go to get expensive SD cards?
ExpensiveSDcards.com.
I don't want to go there.
Okay. Well, you asked.
I'm just saying, these cards don't like us.
They don't. They are normally the problem.
User error.
No, it's not user error.
Yeah, user error. All right. We've been talking about the prophet Elisha, so we're going to cover a couple more stories.
He just did a lot of things that you can't pass by.
It's
You
true.
know what I mean? Like, all of his stories are just like, that's incredible.
Yeah, they're kind of just kind of out of the ordinary, and a lot of them are just kind of like things that just happen in their daily life. You know, like somebody was just there and said, "Oh, hey, look, I'll record that."
Uh-huh. Let me write that down. That was pretty cool. I should write that down.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad they did, because then we get to read them, learn
Yeah.
some things from them, and at the same time, we get to see God's power at work. All right, so we have the company of prophets. They said to Elisha, "Look, the place where we're meeting is too small for us. We need to make something bigger. Let's go down the Jordan where each of us can get a pole, and let us build a place there for us to meet." So Elisha says, "Yeah, good idea. Let's do that." And they said, "Well, you need to go with us." Okay, he says, "I will."
Sounds good.
And they went down the Jordan and began cutting trees. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary. Seems pretty straightforward.
Got to build a new place.
But do take into effect that iron was a rare commodity. So that's going to play a part in what happens next in the story.
It's true.
Because you and I think, okay, fine, we'll just grab our axe, go down and start hacking away.
Yeah.
I think axes were in a much higher demand. Is that the way to put it?
Yeah.
Or
And
more of a rarity, I should say. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, and any
They were a novelty.
You were not.
any tool that used iron at that point would have been
Yeah.
Yep. If you had an iron one, it was the BMW of the...
right, exactly. Because you weren't just going down to Wilco and buying a new axe.
Yeah. Yeah. Which you have to take into... Which the reason I bring that up is because what happens next, you gotta have to put it in perspective.
Correct.
All right. So it would be like you borrowed somebody else's very expensive car and did something to it.
Wrapped it around a telephone pole.
Yeah. Okay. So as one of them was cutting the tree down, the iron axe head fell into the water. Now, first of all, it was iron.
Yep.
Second of all, he borrowed it.
Yes, it says right there. "Oh no, my lord," he cried out. "It was borrowed." Which, by the way, separate tangent. That's the right response to have if you've borrowed something and you're like, "Oh no, that's gone. That wasn't mine to lose."
So there's been like, oh man, not
And it
mine,
was
thank
iron.
goodness.
Yeah, and it was iron. Like, that was expensive. It wasn't ours. That's not good.
Yeah. That's true. This
Just-
was the right reaction.
just
right?
saying.
Yeah.
Like, he just thought he lost somebody's iron axe.
Yeah.
My question is, how deep was the river? I mean, I'd have been swimming after it. It's iron. It's
Well-
going to sink. It's not going to go far.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the Jordan, you would.
Probably.
You hop in and like the axe head's down straight here, and you jump in, and now you're down there.
Yeah.
So he's quite perplexed
Yes.
by this whole thing. And the man of God asked, "Well, where did it fall?" When he showed him the place, Elisha cut a stick and threw it there. And all of a sudden, the iron head floats.
It's just incredible.
Yeah. He says, "Lift it out." The man reached out his hand and took it.
And that's the end of the account. Like, that's it.
I just like the way I picture it in my head. Again, this is I'm riffing here. Is he throws the stick in the water, and the other people are just staring at him like, "What's he doing?"
What's this guy doing?
He just threw a stick in the water. What are we waiting for it to happen?
Yes, but you
Yeah.
have to also understand they've been following Elisha.
they
So,
knew
I
it
mean, they were
was.
there with the death in the pot. Where
And
he
they're-
just
but
threw
they're but they're
Yeah.
at least wondering what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
This
just
could
going to
be cool.
spawn back on the axe?
Yeah.
Is it just back on the handle now? Or but then all of a sudden, and how did it just pop out of the water like a buoy? You know, when you hold a buoy underwater.
Does a fish spit it out?
Yeah. Like, did it just slowly float to the top? Was it all dramatic? Or
And if it's like you said, and there was a current, that's pretty impressive. That it just
yeah, because it just held right there.
Yeah.
It floated to the top, and it's the Jordan River, which, look it up, strong current, just sitting there, waiting for somebody to grab it.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like, well, that's pretty cool.
it is. So once again, just a very unique story. And once again, I just see there is a God that does care about details.
Very much.
I mean, he very much cared about this poor guy who lost his axe head, trying to do a good thing,
Yeah.
serve the Lord, help make a bigger place,
Yep.
and he just bad luck.
Yep.
It just came off. The
Yeah,
tool failed.
He should have tightened the bolt on the top. You know what I'm saying? The nut.
Mhm.
Not really
Just
sure how
saying.
that works. But
Should have more than hand tight.
yeah. All right. Anyway, it's just a very interesting story. And then on top of that, the man of God was willing to step forward and say, "Hey, let me help you with that." Once again, just shows God does care about the everyday things.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're following Him and doing the things that you know you're supposed to, it's amazing what God can do and is willing to do if you're willing to work within His will.
For sure.
And apparently, this was definitely part of His will. This building needed to be built. An accident happened, and God was able to. Once again, it's just, you can't put God in a box.
No.
You just can't.
Never.
You know?
No.
Because if you do, then he's going to say,
He's like, watch this.
throw the axe head in the river and give me a stick. Watch this. And
Or-
here it comes.
Or striking the stone and water comes out.
Yeah.
Or throwing the salt in the bad water, and just God does
I was
things.
gonna say that could be a whole episode in itself, just listing them off. Throw
Yeah.
the staff on the ground. All of a sudden, it's a snake.
Yeah, God just does things in unique ways. Of course, I believe it's all to bring glory to Himself. I mean, that's what He's doing.
Correct.
Just trust me. Everyone who was standing around and saw that thing start to float, they're like, okay, there's a God. We know it.
Yeah, they didn't think, man, Elisha's pretty cool.
No.
How did Elisha do that?
Yeah. They're like, yep, there is a God, and He does care. All right. You guys have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next time.